Alright, here we are back in our room, back from the onsen. We're just hanging out. Probably no one will interrupt us, right? Uh-oh. Shit, who could be at the door? I guess there was a third option after all. Wait for one of the girls to come see me. I'm decent, come in. Oh, it's Jeong! Who could have guessed this? Good evening, JongLicker71. I thought I'd check and see how you were doing. I mean, I'm pretty good. The legs are still a bit stiff from the ride back, but otherwise I can't really complain. Well, I mean, maybe I could, but no one really wants to hear it, yeah? Your humor makes me smile, JongLicker71. Actually, a lot of you makes me smile. Oh, Jeong, stop it. Well, this conversation's about to get a lot more interesting. What do you mean, Jeong? The truth is, I haven't been very honest with you or myself these past few days. I'd hoped to get you and Yoonji to really like each other, so maybe she'd finally find a guy to be with. She's never really been good with boys. I find that very hard to believe. And I sort of felt it was my duty to make sure she wouldn't be lonely. And then tonight it came to me. I wasn't being honest with myself. You've been put through quite a bit since you've arrived here in Korea, haven't you? I mean, I wouldn't put it like that. It's been an interesting cultural challenge. I also wouldn't put it like that. But for the most part, I've enjoyed it. And your upbeat attitude! You try to find the good in everything. I like that about you. Well, you know, a guy once told me, always look on the bright side of life, right? Whoa! What happened? Jeong has moved right next to me as has placed her head on my shoulder. Her breath is warm. She's warm. Maybe she has a fever. We should take her to a doctor. And it's getting me warm. Oh no, I'm catching her fever. That's a lot of global warming for one bedroom. The truth is, in trying to set you and Yoonji up, I've fallen in love with you, JongLicker71. Oh, Jeong, stop it. You're the most gentle, positive, and wonderful man I've ever met this side of my father. Okay. Cool, yeah, let's bring your dad into this. That's not weird at all. And I love you. Oh, Jeong, stop it. I mean, honestly, I gotta admit, I have strong feelings for you as well. Guess we're not gonna use the L word here. I've enjoyed being around you. That was oddly diplomatic. I really want to be around you a lot more, and I've been racking my brain trying to figure out how. We can discuss the spending of more time together in the future later. I think I have a way we can spend some time together right now that we'll both enjoy. Oh, charades! I fucking love charades. Oh, hello. Is she... I wonder what she's acting as. Jeong just script down to her unmentionables, which I'm now mentioning, so that calls into question that little moniker. Yeah, it's not very well named, is it? I think even a lieutenant could figure out where this is going. Charades. Yes, charades. We already puzzled this one out. You don't want to? Oh, on the contrary. This is the best thing since I picked up Lance Corporal for the third time. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it was very exciting for me. One day you'll explain these references to me. However, today is not that day. Okay. This is an uncomfortable... What is with this face? It looks like she's taking a dump. This isn't hot at all. And in one quick motion, she has me cuffed to the bed. Wait, what? Yeah, let's back up a little bit there. Where was she hiding handcuffs? Okay. I am the top interrogator in all of Korea. I think I told you that once. Tonight, I will make you reveal how much you love me. Look forward to it. Okay. I don't know if I'm scared or, like, some other emotion. I'm gonna go with scared, though. The guys will never believe this. Hell, I don't think even I believe it, but yeah, that just happened, probably. That was quite the experience, one I won't soon forget. The question is, how do I go about making it happen more in the future? I'm due to leave here in another day, and I doubt she can just waltz out with me. We're gonna have to smuggle her out in a suitcase. Jeong is next to me, sound asleep. Damn, she's even cute when she's asleep. Maybe I should rest up as well, in case round 2's on the way. Okay, good rest. I think I hear someone moving. Yoonji must be going to the bathroom. Oh, the bathroom's in here, that's weird. Wait, Yoonji came in here. She's not the only one, hey-o. Oh, hi Yoonji, this isn't what it looks like? Save it, JongLicker71. It's exactly what I know it is, and I'm fine with it. However, that does make what I'm about to do a lot easier. What you're about to do? Whatever could you mean? In the moonlight, I think I see something shining. Is that a needle? I try to get up, but in the throes of passion, Jeong neglected to uncuff me afterwards. Damn it, that's how they get you, man. She didn't forget to uncuff you. That was on purpose. Oh shit. A cruel ploy. But I want you to know I'm rooting for you both. I really am. Wow, thanks. That's really sweet, kind of. You know, right before you murder me. You don't have to do this, whatever you're doing. Let's talk this out. Leader's orders. Sorry. With that, she gently injects the needle into me. Not sure that's a way you can do that. And pushes a foreign liquid into my body. As opposed to one of those, native liquids. You know, she got some of my saliva and is injecting it back in. Don't worry, this will just make you sleep for a while. But not permanently. Oh, joy, rapture. But why? What did I do? Damn, bedtime go, night-night. Man, he really does have a way with words, don't he? Thank you, sister. I don't think I could have done that myself. Knowing how you feel about him made it a lot easier for me than I would have thought. Jealous? Shut up. Well, help me dress him and let's take him to the rendezvous point. Understood. You can keep that riding whip. Whoa, what the fuck? I heard what you did with it. I'll get a new one. We whipped horses? That analogy doesn't even make sense. Ugh, so groggy. Feels like I've been on a 3-day rager while on shore leave, and I'm just barely sobering up. Eyelids are so heavy. Need to take stock of my surroundings, though. Excellent. Love it. What a romantic getaway. Oh god, oh man. That light is barely on. It feels like the inferno of 1,000 suns. Whatever they stuck me with is giving me the world's worst hangover. After a few moments more, things start to come into view. Not that there's much to see. Are you kidding me? Look at all this. Look at the splendor of the natural world. I am in the plainest, emptiest room I've ever been in. The only things I can barely make out are a single door and an occupied chair at the very end of the room. And from the silhouette of the figure occupying the chair, I know it's not one of the girls. Too masculine looking to be Jeong or Yoonji. I wonder where those two are. I'd like an explanation as to why they felt the need to drug me and drag me to God knows where. Just for the fuck of it, it seemed like fun. I see you've rejoined the conscious world. Undoubtedly you have questions. I'll try my best to guide you, though time is short. That voice, I recognize it. I've only heard it a few times since being in Korea, but it's one of the 3 I recognize. I bet it's Yoonji. I know you, our driver. I was close. Where am I? I'm glad the drug didn't dull your senses too much. Yes, I've been driving you around Korea this week. My name is Namgung Kwanjo, and I'm the father of both Jeong and Yoonji. Oh, this is so awkward. Your daughter is into some fucked up shit, I'll tell you what. Thank you for accompanying them the past few days, but you have given me hope. Hope? You mean I'm not going to die? Oh, we're absolutely going to die, but in a very hopeful way. Not at my hands, no, and hopefully not at all. Hate to break it to you, buddy, but we all die eventually. Regardless, I'd put you in danger by bringing you to Korea and associating you with my daughters. Worth it. How so? I am, as you would say, a dead man walking, as are my girls. My god, a bunch of zombies, I knew it! You know, my sight's not quite back, and it is pretty dark in here. Not really, it's actually pretty bright. But you sound pretty healthy, and Jeong and Yoonji are both very healthy. I can personally test Jeong, super duper healthy. It's not like that. Jeong Liquor 71. How much do you really know about the Democratic People's Republic of Korea? Honestly, not a whole lot. Considering I fell for your line saying Pyongyang was right up the road from Seoul, you probably have a good idea about my lack of awareness. North Korea is a bloody dictatorship. Pick your poison. Our leaders may have to be a demagogue, and the one political party we have has a death grip on the nation. You've seen the results around here in your visit. Since assuming leadership of the country, glorious leader is suspected of executing at least 70 people. Most of them in political opponents and their families. It appears I've made his list as well. Are you saying you're going to be the target of a political execution mandated by glorious leader? Yes, he is. That is nuts. I mean, our leaders are pretty annoying, but at least Hillary and Donald didn't try to kill each other's families and associates. I mean, not yet anyways, right? They've already poisoned my wife to death. Oh, man, I'm sorry. That sucks. I'm sitting over here making bad jokes. It's only a matter of time before they come for me and the girls. That's why I made a plan ahead of time. One to at least maybe save my girls. It hits me just now. You're the one who invited me to Korea while playing Panzermädels online, aren't you? I pitched it as an idea to the party, to lure an American soldier over and try to create an international incident. In reality, I want you to meet my daughters and, hopefully, fall in love with Yoonji, my youngest. Swing and a miss there. While I did not plan for you to fall in love with my older daughter, it seems that has brought us to the same conclusion. Yeah, you know, Jeong did confess her affection to me last night, and I fucked her good. I mean, I returned the feelings, not in a weird way.
No need for details, I understand the situation. The problem is, I'm not sure how to go about getting you out of the country safely.
That's a pretty big flaw in your plan, considering that's the only part that matters, right?
The brass are leaning on me to turn you over soon on any charge I can trump up. My plan was to send you and the girls to the United States Embassy in Pyongyang, but that's a no-go.
Yeah, terrible plan. Obviously, we don't have an embassy. If I had to guess, relations with the USA have been so sour for so long, we don't even have an embassy in Pyongyang, do we? Of course not.
No, you don't. I really should have made sure of that little fact before springing this plan. It appears Sweden is the protective power for the United States and North Korea.
Yeah, that's a pretty big gaping hole in the plan there. You might even say, there was really no plan. The plan was just to get me over here and completely ruin my life. Sweden might take me in and send me back to the United States, you know, maybe. But there's no way we're getting involved with sheltering 2 North Korean citizens who are part of the People's Army, no less.
I'm well aware of that, thank you. However, I do have a backup plan in place.
He stands up, but I still can't make anything of his face.
He doesn't have a face, he's faceless, it's Slender Man!
He goes over to the door and opens it, and slowly both Yoonji and Jeong walk in. Hey, there they are!
Be strong, girls. This ordeal will be over soon.
Father, I just can't leave you here to face your death on your own. Please reconsider coming with us.
You know I can't go.
But Appa, I can't just leave you here to die.
My precious daughter, I wouldn't survive the trip. Though I built up a tolerance to the poisons our country uses, I am not immune. Even if I survived sneaking back into the shipyard one more time, I would perish on the journey. It is enough to know my girls lived on, safe and away from this godforsaken country.
He's shaking, literally, as opposed to figuratively shaking, I suppose, and crying along with them. I feel like I'm gonna cry myself. This will be the last time this father gets to hold his children and tell them he loves them. Parents will attempt the impossible for their children. This means trying to avoid the needles and senseless death of his daughters. For him, Yoonji's friendship, for the love of Jeong, I must help him. Sir, what are my marching orders? This isn't an army game, Jeong Licker 71. This is deadly serious. You don't think I know that, Yoonj? The man is trying to ensure the 2 most precious beings on the planet to him don't die in a tragically stupid fashion. I handle problems best when I compartmentalize them in a military sense. So I need to know his plan, our marching orders, so I can help him achieve his final wish.
You have my gratitude, son. There's little time, so listen closely. We're in Nampo, a port city south of Pyongyang on the Taedong River, leading into the Yellow Sea. There's a large order of garments being exported from here today. It took a long time for them to finish the final batch, but it's a large enough shipment to put in a large metal shipping container. It's ventilated, as they don't want the garments to grow musty in a closed container, so you'll be able to breathe.
Well, hey, that's a good touch.
I've been slowly hiding rations and other vital items in the bins. You should be fine for food and water if you go easy on the supplies.
So we're smuggling ourselves out by trade ship then?
It was the only solution that came to mind. However, I don't know where the ship is headed.
Seems like a big problem. What if it goes to Korea again?
Likely China. However, it could be anywhere, from Europe to South America.
That is a long trip. What are we gonna do about needing to use the facilities? Just hold it, dude!
There are a few buckets hidden in the clothing as well.
Gross.
You'll have to sneak out and empty them overboard at night to avoid the smell lingering. The container does open from the inside as well, as a safety precaution.
Understood. How much time do we have?
Precious little. I believe there are already authorities here in Nampo looking to apprehend all of us. You'll need to find container DPRK 05081945.
Oh, God.
It's on the ground, so accessing it will be easy once you find it. It's on the ship called Glorious Leader's Generous Hand. One of the girls can point it out.
Well, that's a bullshit name if I've ever heard one. I'll wait outside the door so you 3 can say your goodbyes.
I'm grateful. Please, do all you can to get them to America. Get them to safety.
I don't say anything but give him a knowing nod and a salute. I think if I tried to talk, I'd just end up crying. I can't do that right now. I need to be on my game. A few minutes later, the girls come out, their eyes full of tears. Invisible tears, evidently their faces look fine. Not that I blame them. They won't ever see him again. If we fail, we're dead. If we succeed, it doesn't matter since we can't come back, and he'll be dead. This is 50 shades of fucked up. Couldn't have said it better myself, friend. I have to keep it together and be strong. For them. I have an unspoken promise to keep. Let's go. I guess we'll ignore the fact that we just spoke the promise, whatever. Those spoken, unspoken promises, that's how they get you, man. The girls just nod and follow me out of the building. It doesn't look like the shipping yard's too far from here. Which is good, because as we left the building to head that way, I saw some People's Army soldiers heading right for the building we just left. They didn't notice us, though. We need to get to that shipyard and quick, and without being seen. Any ideas? Yeah, let's just activate invisibility.
Our best bet might be the walking path over there.
Yeah, they'll never expect us on a walking path. Brilliant.
We can try to sneak through the forest as best we can, and the trees might provide some cover. It's too dangerous to take the main road.
Understood. Let's walk at a brisk pace. As we head over to the walking path, I quickly check my pockets. They put my wallet in as well as my keys. Oh, and that crappy excuse for a cell phone. Good thing they can't track those. They put that in my pockets, too. I hope it's turned off. I need to save the juice for when we reach our destination.
I tried to put all the essentials back in your pockets when we dressed you.
Oh, you dressed me saucy.
But the rest of your stuff is back at our place. Probably confiscated by now.
Well, I mean, on the plus side, they can't hold that Tokyo Band t-shirt against me. They both giggle a little at that memory. Good. They need something to get through this. We're making good progress. I haven't seen too many People's Army members patrolling the walking path. And we're able to avoid the attention of the few that are. If we can keep this up for 10 more minutes, we should get there.
This is going too well.
Are you trying to jinx this? Don't talk about the no-hitter while it's still going on. I mean, she wasn't jinxing it because she was saying something bad's gonna happen.
What in the world are you talking about?
Baseball expression. When we get out of this and get back to the States, I'll explain it. Maybe while watching a game. Please don't. Baseball's super boring.
I've heard of baseball. The occupied... I mean, South Korea has a professional league and a national team. I think I'd like to go see a game with you.
I have a better idea. Let's do literally anything else. When we get back to the States, I will take you to as many games as I can. Please don't take her to baseball. It's so boring. I'm sorry if you like baseball out there, but your sport is provably boring. With that, we move along in silence. So far, Yuji's comment hasn't jinxed us yet, but that one will. We're almost at the harbor now. Just as we're getting to the dock, a lone People's Army member appears. Oh, he's lonely. He halts us and speaks in Korean in a harsh tone.
Civilians are not allowed here. Who is this guy, a tourist? Where is your group in Minder?
I'm sweating bullets over here. Oh, good, we can use those against him. And we need to do something fast or we'll all be wearing bullets.
Where is Minders? We wanted to see this area up close.
You lie! You're not in uniform! Are you here on a sabotage mission?
Stay put while I call to the commander. Please don't.
Screw that, dude.
Kapow!
I used my cannon that I hid in my backpack. Go home and be a family man. What the fuck does that mean?
Dear God! You jabbed out his eyes!
I knew that McMap would come in handy one day. What the fuck is a McMap? Or maybe it's MC Map. You know, he's like a rapper. I don't know.
You'll have plenty of time to explain what the hell that was once we secure ourselves on the ship.
I drag the blind and unconscious army member's body away and hide him in a nearby tool shed. We should be long gone before he comes to. Let's move. Jeong, lead the way. Doesn't take long and Jeong is just looking at the ship. With all the hustle and bustle getting the thing out of port, we're able to sneak aboard.
There, container DPRK 05081945.
As we slip inside the metal container, I can't help but shed a single, solitary, manly tear. We close the door and lock it behind us. There's some light coming in from the vents, enough so we can rummage for stuff when we need it. We head towards the far back and settle in for our trip. Oh, look, we left the door ajar. That's not a great idea if we're hiding.
Guys, I have to pee.
Let's scrounge for one of the buckets, Yoonji. Cool. Glad that was put in the game. Really need to know about Jeong's peeing situation. This is pretty much how time goes. Thank you. I didn't know how time went. We scrounge for the food and water that Kwangjo left for us. We sleep. We try to entertain each other. I try to bolster their spirits about going to the west. Seriously, Yoonji, if we settle into a good-sized city, you should consider taking up culinary school. Your kimchi was great. There's a lot of Korean eateries that could use a cook like you. They tell me stories about their parents. I think it's cathartic for them. In general, we just try to keep ourselves from going bonkers from being locked up in a shipping container out at sea. Fortunately, at least none of us got seasick. Yay, small favors. And we blacked out, and then we woke up. Finally, after who knows how many days, 4. I keep hearing people talking around the container. They seem somewhat distressed. That's a good sign. What's more, the container is getting lifted in the air. Likely by a crane. You mean like the bird? I doubt they're strong enough to lift it. Did you catch any of what they said?
The Korean said something about not being behind on the shipment. I can't make out what any of the other people said, as I don't know what language they were speaking.
Did you happen to hear the Koreans mention where we are?
I think I heard someone say, "Welcome to TARDIS," when we arrived in port.
Damn, I know that's in Europe, but I can't recall where. That does explain why we were on the ship for so long, though.
It felt like we were in the air for a bit there, so I think we're not on the ship anymore.
We must be on a cargo truck heading somewhere.
I'm afraid I didn't catch where the truck is heading.
I suppose we'll find out when we get there.
We should also change back into our uniforms, so we can officially surrender our citizenship at the nearest embassy. We're from North Korea, after all.
Not much else it says. The truck rumbles along the road for hours. We do have one interesting conversation on the ride, though. Mostly I tell them about the West. I mostly tell them how nice it is. Beautiful scenery, friendly people, opportunity. I probably sound like a commercial, but they sound excited. Finally, we appear to be pulling into somewhere to stop. I wait a few minutes to make sure before peeking out of the box. Coast is clear. Let's hop out. We get out of the box to stretch our leg for the first time in weeks. Oh, this looks really nice. Finally, taking a good look around, I notice wherever we are, it looks like a goddamn war zone. Literally, I think I still see damage from mortar shelling in the buildings around us. The air doesn't smell good either. It smells like poop.
Can you make out where we are at all?
I glance around trying to find a marker. Not too far down flies a flag over a building. Green, white, black, and some red stars.
I think I recognize that flag and this place.
So where the hell are we?
Syria!
Oh, fuck, that's not a great one. Oh, what the fuck? Well, Rippo, I guess we live the rest of our lives in Syria. Or at least the next 10 minutes. Because Syria's not a very nice place to live. Alright, well, that does it for Jeong, I guess. And everyone else, for that matter. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And be sure to tune in next week for something completely different. I'll see you guys then.